Ambassador, let me ask you this question, because a lot of people in Washington, it's bothering them. Why does the president continue to stress what we're not going to do? No ground troops, no shock and awe, instead of stressing what we are going to do. Is he boxing himself in an effort to assure people we're not going to launch another war like we already had in Iraq?
Well, I think what he's doing is describing the contours of the campaign that he has worked out with his cabinet, and most importantly with Chairman Dempsey, Secretary Hagel, and his military advisors. So I guess I disagree with the premise. I think he's been very clear that we are going to use our unique capabilities through air operations to support the ground efforts by the Iraqis and the Kurds. We are going to mobilize counter-financing. We are going to promote countering violent extremism programs in communities, working with countries all around the world. There are a lot of different aspects to this strategy that he has spoken to, and when he comes to New York on Wednesday, he'll be convening a head of state summit with the Security Council, a very rare thing in the history of the UN Security Council, where new obligations are created on states to stop the stem of foreign terrorist fighters to conflict areas like that in Iraq and Syria. But
I guess the question that a lot of the critics have is, isn't he kind of watering down his message to the terrorists when he says we're not going to do this and we're not going to do that? Do you think that causes them not to take seriously what the United States is planning to do here?
Well, given the string of military defeats that ISIL has suffered since the United States got involved in Iraq, I would assume that ISIL is taking the United States very, very seriously, as they are now on their heels in a way that they were not before the U.S. got involved. But the other thing I'd say, Bob, is that the strategy that the president has laid out has the overwhelming support of the American people, even after 10 years of war. So I think we are presenting the strategy in a manner that the American people understand is in our interests. They understand the national security imperative of taking on ISIL. They understand that other countries have to be a part of that, and we have to build a coalition. So I think the message is coming across loud and clear.